In 1999, a man driving through Liverpool took a wrong turn and suddenly found himself on a street that looked decades out of place. The shops displayed 1950s clothing, cars were parked with designs from another era, and even the people walking past seemed dressed for a time long gone. Confused, he parked his car, but as he blinked, the street shifted back to the modern day. The shops were different, the cars had vanished. Later, after some research, he discovered that the very street he stood on had looked exactly that way in the 1950s, right down to the shop names. Witnesses have since claimed the man experienced a time slip, a phenomenon where reality folds and reveals another era.
A college student often felt uneasy in her dorm bathroom. The mirror above the sink sometimes seemed wrong. On one late night, after brushing her teeth, she looked up and noticed her reflection wasn't moving with her. It stood completely still, eyes fixed on hers, smiling faintly. She froze, then slowly raised her arm. The reflection delayed its movement by several seconds, the smile widening unnaturally. Terrified, she ran from the bathroom. The next morning, she convinced herself it was exhaustion, but when she returned, the mirror was shattered on the floor, though no one had been inside, and no alarm had gone off.
On a lonely stretch of highway in Arizona, a truck driver picked up a young woman walking alone at night. She was pale, wearing an old-fashioned dress, and spoke softly, asking for a ride home. The driver agreed and drove her toward the town she mentioned, but when he glanced at the passenger seat, she was gone. Stunned, he still drove to the address she had given. An elderly woman opened the door and said, "That's impossible. My daughter died on this road 50 years ago."
A family in Germany began experiencing strange phenomena in their home. Objects moving on their own, lights flickering, and loud bangs in the walls. But things escalated when they realized the poltergeist wasn't random, it was playing. Chairs would rearrange themselves into circles, toys were stacked in impossible towers, and sometimes messages appeared on the walls. "Play with me." The youngest child in the family claims she often saw the boy sitting in the corner of her room. The family eventually moved out. To this day, neighbors swear they still hear the sound of children's laughter coming from inside the empty house.
In 2017, hundreds of people across Norway reported the same terrifying sight. One evening, the night sky lit up with what appeared to be a massive spiraling blue vortex. It hovered silently, spinning, for several minutes before vanishing without a trace. Some thought it was a missile test gone wrong. Others claimed it was evidence of extraterrestrial technology. Scientists tried to explain it as a rocket malfunction, but eyewitnesses swore the light patterns moved with intention, as though something enormous was watching from beyond the atmosphere.